Hello, 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 dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. Yes, guys, the gloves are back. No, there's nothing wrong with my hands. Just airing out the house a little, so it's definitely a little bit more chilly in here than usual. I hope that you guys can all hear me okay. The volume, everything seems to be high enough. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So, as you guys know, I did my readings a little different. I did the 3-month instead of the monthly. So I'm just going ahead and trying to see what it is that is trying to come up for the next 4 days. So this is for today, Monday the 5th, the 6th, 7th, and 8th. These are the energies that are available to all of us. There's definitely this intensity of energy. Now, this can go one or two different ways, and it really depends of where it is that you yourself are when it comes to your growth. Where is it that you are when it comes to, what it is that you have released, what it is that you're still holding on to, and etc. Again, as with everything, there's always two sides to everything. So it really depends individually how it is that this week is going to manifest. There's definitely a huge opportunity here to really get to the other side of things, to really get into this energy that a lot of people are aiming for, or a lot of people want to be in, but have yet to realize or recognize how it is that they can get within these energies instead of kind of staying within those. There's a lot of people that are still staying within those energies where they're constantly being triggered, or are constantly feeling like everything is going bad for them, or like the entire world is against them. And it's like, hey, let's go ahead, let's wake up. That doesn't have to be your reality. That does not have to be the place where you get stuck in unless you choose to. Again, it is all about perspective. There's a huge change here when it comes to perspective of how it is that you're starting to see something with different eyes. You're trying to see the true nature of something during this time, which is actually beautiful. But again, it's like you have to allow yourself to do that. So when you are in these moments where you feel pressured, or when you feel like, there's something inside of you that wants to be released, it is about you. Excuse me, before I continue on. Zena is in the room, so any noise that you hear is going to be from her. She's trying to find a comfortable position. But anyways, moving ahead, there's definitely this need to realize that when you're feeling that pressure, when you're feeling those energy of something wanting to be released, you are not to be holding on to it again. If you're still in those energy, it has become a pattern. It has become a second nature. So one thing, you want to leave the room, Mama? Go ahead. Sorry, guys. She just wants to leave the room. So when it becomes a second nature to hold on to things, is like, even though you are aware that thing, that situation, that feeling, that hurt, that pain needs to be released, is like you hold on to it because it has become a norm for you. It has become a norm to feel or to believe that you are meant to constantly be sacrificing, or that you're meant to constantly be in pain. And you have to realize that that is not true. You yourself have set yourself up for that. You yourself have told yourself that you constantly have to be in a position or in a place of lack. So a lot of times when you're in a position to receive, right? Because a lot of people during this week, regardless of how intense the energy may seem, you are in a position to receive if you allow yourself to receive. So what does that mean? That means you have to really go ahead and analyze what it is. What are your thought patterns? Are you still in that mentality, or in the process of like, damn, like everything is always going bad. Damn, everything is always falling apart. It's like, I feel like I can't catch a breath. If you're still in that place, then there's definitely some inner work of how it is that you're thinking, or where is it that these thoughts are rooted? Are these really your own thoughts, or are these things that you're picking up from other people? There's definitely that time that you need to take this week to really recognize that and be bluntly honest with yourself. Because again, putting fault at something outside of us, or putting fault on other people, is not the game here. Yes, sometimes we tend to internalize what other people are saying or what other people are going through, but that does not put the blame on the other person, because you yourself are making that choice to internalize what other people are doing. So it's kind of like looking at how it is that your thoughts, where have they been as far as to what it is that you're trying to manifest? There's definitely, again, with the energies, especially when you tend to feel them, or when you tend to feel the intensity of them, it is not to hold you back. It is not to keep you stuck. unless you choose to. So there's definitely going to be this more of an awareness of when it comes, when you're talking to people, when you're communicating with people that you normally talk to, that you normally communicate with, it's not that you're trying, it's like you're finally realizing the things that would trigger you. But the beautiful thing is that this time around, it's like you're not realizing before being triggered. It's like you're not being triggered at all. And it's like after the fact, after the conversation, it's like you're like, damn, like a few months ago, I would have told that person off, or like a few months ago, I would have taken that personally. So there's definitely this shift in realizing that, yes, because we are all connected, sometimes we're picking things up from other people, even if we're not aware of it. So it's kind of like seeing the bigger picture in things is really what is coming through, is really what is what this week is really trying to teach everybody with these intense energy. So let's go ahead and see. There is definitely somebody from the past, whether this was a romantic person or just a friend or somebody. There's somebody that's kind of looking at you now, or is kind of in the space of missing you or longing to be in your presence, longing to be around you. There's something like, there is kind of like this space where the light is shining out of a lot of people, even if they don't realize it. The light is shining, even if you don't recognize it. And other people are seeing that, other people are viewing that, and they're gravitating towards you, especially individuals from the past that either walked away from you or that you walked away from. And it's like now they want to come back in and make amends. Now they want to come back in and apologize. Alrighty. There's nothing wrong with accepting an apology. There's nothing wrong with forgiving people. It is the matter of, are you going to continue on with your path, with your journey, or are you going to allow this apology, this person wanting to be back in your life, are you going to allow that to become a distraction in what it is that you're doing, in what it is that you're pursuing? Because I feel that is kind of like what tends to happen. It's like somebody comes in and apologizes, again, whether it's a friend, a lover, a family member, or whatever. And it's like when this person comes forth towards you, you drop everything that you're doing to then refocus all of your energy, all of your time, all of your effort in that one person. And that is a pattern that needs to be broken at this time for many of you, where it's like, yes, you can forgive somebody. And even if you allow them back in your life just as a friend or as whatever it is remember not to take your focus away or your energy away for what it is you're trying to manifest. And because I feel that, again, for a lot of you, this is a repeated pattern that needs to be broken. And it's like the fact that this person is coming back around, right? This person is coming back to apologize or whatever, whether or not you let them back in your life, that is your choice, right? But what changes, how much have you actually grown when this person, let's say, if you want to reconcile with somebody, now, are you going to just drop everything that you're doing to focus just on a relationship? Are you going to give up on your dreams? Are you going to give up on yourself? Are you going to give up on taking care of yourself? And that is kind of where the balance needs to be found. A lot of people during this time, you're going to notice, are being pulled back, are being advised or being asked to pull themselves back from extending their energy so much, because they have failed to keep that balance when it comes to what they are giving versus what it is that they have received. They have been in a position of constantly giving, and when it is time for them to receive, there is kind of like this hesitation, this hesitating energy that is not allowing them to receive, again, because they have always been in a position of giving, and they have yet to experience what it is to receive when you're receiving from spirit, when you are aligned. And some of you are definitely falling into that energy where you're kind of being told, take a step back, take a breather, and allow these this giving energy that is trying to come towards you, allow yourself to receive it. Allow yourself to receive it the same way that you allow yourself to let go, the same way that you allow yourself to heal, the same way that you allow yourself to go through these transformations, through these energies, whether they are breaking you down or whatever it is. Then now allow yourself to receive the other end of it. Allow yourself to receive what we call blessings, what we call miracles, etc. And again, that pressure, that intensity of energy that some of you may be feeling is because something big is transpiring. Something big has taken place in your life that is coming in to transform your life in a way that you have never experienced. But it's about you putting yourself in a position where you're able to receive, where you are able to allow these things to come in. So if you're still finding a hard time when it comes to allowing things to happen for you, when it's time for things to manifest, then, take some time and just kind of meditate or whatever it is, dance, go out for a walk, and just allow yourself, again, you have to be in a place of receiving. Yes, some people are kind of like, I see some people receiving them things that are not so good. Again, that whole karma thing is going to be based on what it is that what you have put out. So what you put out is what you're going to receive. So if you know that you did somebody wrong, you did some dirt, you did whatever, again, it is something that you're going to receive whether you want it or not. And if you know that you did everything in your power, no, guys, who is it? What's up?
You got pooped in the kitchen.
Okay, I'll go ahead. All right, I'll go ahead. And there is so there's definitely the space that if you have been given, you have been putting out that energy, like to receive good karma, it is coming back around. But do not, again, what other people are reaping, let's say, as far as, things are going bad in their life, things are going downward and all of these things. If you know that you were not in that energy of giving that type of thing out from yourself, then do not fear it, because that is not what you're receiving. So sometimes when people close to us and it seems like, everything in their life is going downward or everything is going bad, it's like then we resist receiving our own miracles or our own blessings, because then we start to think that we're going to receive what it is that they're receiving when we didn't put out what they put out. You get what I'm saying? So there's definitely this kind of perspective that is changing in the collective when it comes to people that are feeling or have felt in the past that they are constantly being attacked by others. There is definitely a perspective in there of how that is changing as to, okay, somebody can most definitely send something out to you, but it's like you yourself have that authority over your life. So what is it that you are allowing yourself to receive as well? So again, there is a lot that is transpiring during this week, but the main message here is for all of you that have been waiting. You have been waiting for this breakthrough. You have been waiting for things to change, for things to finally start going your way. It's like the energy is here. It has arrived. Now, are you willing and are you able to receive it? And that is a question that is going to be individually for every single one of you. Some of you, again, I do sense this energy of like some of you are even afraid of success as much as you are afraid of failure. And regardless of it, fear is fear. So you're going to have to go into that energy and figure out how it is that you yourself have to release it, because whether your fear of success or fear of failure is still fear and is still holding or not allowing you to receive the success that is coming in. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull out some cards for each of the individual zodiacs and see what is going in mainly within your energy. Again, this can be for your sun, rising, moon, or Venus. If it doesn't, some of you, I don't know if everybody's aware of where it is that your placements are within your own chart. And if it doesn't resonate with you guys, it wasn't your week, as the message is not for you, and that is okay as well. So let's go ahead. We are starting up with, we're starting off with Aquarius. So what is the main card for Aquarius? What is the main card for Aquarius? So we have Castle. It is time for healing, not war. Number 30, Aquarius. So this is your main energy card. So there's definitely this, I don't like that one because I don't like the way the handle is. There's definitely this sense here of, again, when people are saying things, if somebody's coming at you in a certain way, it's like, it's not about you going to war with them. It is not about you wanting to prove a certain point to someone. If you went ahead and you spoke your truth, you spoke your part, then that is all that there is to that. Do not fight someone to see your point of view. Do not fight someone to agree with you on something that their heart is just not allowing them to at the moment. So this is definitely a week for you to refocus your energy on your healing. There's something that you are aware that you need to release, but there is a fear here of not knowing how to move forward without this energy, whether it is, you know, an energy of anger or an energy, whatever energy it is that you have been holding on to. It's like you don't know how to picture your life without that energy, and that needs to be released at this time, guys. So let's go ahead and see what the tarot have to do. We have the Masters of Secrets in the reverse. We have the Judgment card. And then we have the Two of Swords in the reverse. So again, there's definitely this sense or this space here for your challenging energy where judgment is trying to come in. Something is trying to be revealed to you. Something is trying to come in a form of a gift or a miracle. And it's like some of you either don't see it or you don't see a way out of a certain situation. And that is kind of what is not allowing this judgment to come through. That is your challenge. It's like you feel either that you are too deep in the hole and you don't see the ending. You're really having a hard time when it comes to, hold on guys, when it comes to seeing a way out of a situation, whether it's a financial situation from some of you, and it's like, just have trust that this is going to clear out of your energy. It's like the solution has been given to you, but some of you are yet to see it clearly because again, you're holding on to some type of energy of like either anger or resentment. We have the Ouroboros as your first advice card. We have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Hierophant, which doesn't surprise me. It's like some of you are fighting yourself versus allowing spirit, allowing things to come about, allowing a cycle to end. This cycle in itself is for some type of emotion that needs to be released. It's something that allows you or has allowed you in the past to feel powerful or to feel like you are in control. There is that energy that needs to be released, and you have to realize that everything that is transpiring in your life at this moment is to help you grow and is helping you get to the next level. So it's like, stop fighting yourself, stop fighting whatever it is that you have been asked to release. We have the Six of Wands as your first outcome, the Priestess of Dreams as your second, and then we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. So definitely there's definitely this release it. If somebody did you wrong, if somebody came at you, if somebody stole from you, whatever it is, just know that they are receiving their karma. This is not a battle for you to fight. Let's put it this way. You spoke your truth, you spoke your part, then move on. The longer, again, that you spend trying to force someone into seeing something or into believing whatever it is that you believe, the longer that you're going to be in that stagnant energy of not fully receiving. So do yourself a favor and stop resisting this part of your transformation. Release what needs to be released, Aquarius. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on over to Capricorns. So we have Capricorns, and I'm just writing the times, guys, so I can put them in the description. Ooh, Capricorns, relax. It's not going to be one of those readings. I just need one card, Capricorns. One card. I want this card. Sounds like a Capricorn, right? Of course. See, be honest. Flower, be honest with yourself. Number 17. Honesty. I feel that a lot of this honesty that is coming forth is about admitting to yourself, Capricorn, that you have been your enemy. You have been the person that has been between you and your success. This is a battle of you versus you. And that is something that Capricorns are either finally realizing or that is going to be shown to you. Your biggest competition is not somebody outside of you. It's not somebody else that's doing the same thing that you're doing or somebody. It is you. That person that you see in the mirror, that is your biggest competition. With the Three of Swords as your first challenging card in the reverse is, again, you may have felt in the past the Ace of Cups in the upright, and then the Ace of Pentacles, that maybe somebody outside of you was the one stopping you from achieving your goals or achieving your dreams. There's definitely that fear of success energy, that where Capricorns, you have always been in this space or this energy of constantly working for something. So not realizing that because you were constantly working, you never took a break to allow yourself to receive, or to allow yourself to see how much you have actually received. So there's definitely this breaking, there's this illusion breaking that others are out to get you, or others are out to ruin your life, that is being broken during this week. You yourself hold the power and the authority to what it is that you're trying to manifest. So that is definitely something that is going to hit a lot of you Capricorns for the first time. With your advice, we have the Three of Wands as your first card. We have the Lady of Wands as your second card. And then we have the Mat as your third advice card. So there's definitely a space here, Capricorns, where you're being asked to go internally. You're being asked to take that time and connect with spirit, to go into that meditation and really allow the truth to come in, and which is in an essence going to allow you to release it. Any hesitation, any type of fear that you have been holding or withholding within yourself needs to be released at this time. And it's not going to be released in a way or in a sense that you're going to feel completely out of balance, or where you're going to feel like you're being broken down. This is something that, again, a lot of you have been aware of, but now is the correct time, or now is the time for you to release it once and for all. So let's go ahead and see what the outcome is for you, Capricorn. So we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. That came out in the reverse, guys, towards me. Let's go ahead and see. We have the Ten of Cups, and then we have the Three of Pentacles. Again, finally finding that balance with this Nine of Swords. It's like finally releasing, you're finally stopping the battle that, you know, where you may have thought that you weren't manifesting or you weren't achieving anything because of somebody outside of you. That illusion has been broken down. With the Ten of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, you're being reminded to, again, stay true to yourself. Stay true to the fact that you need to take care of yourself. Yes, a lot of people are being pushed into that energy, not just the Capricorns, where you have to realize that the balance needs to be made when it comes to the energy that you are giving, as well what it is that you are receiving. There's definitely this is reminding me of this thing that I read the other day on Instagram. Somebody had posted, it's like, find your worth and then add taxes, expenses, and all of this other stuff. And it's like, you Capricorns need to remind yourself of your true worth, and do not sell yourself short during this time, Capricorns. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on forward to Pisces. So Pisces. Alrighty, so Pisces, what is the card for Pisces? What is the card for Pisces? So Pisces, we have the Feather. Think before you judge, number 26. So again, there's definitely, you're seeing a lot of things, you're realizing a lot of things, you're becoming aware of a lot of things. Before you go ahead and you judge anyone based on where they are in their life, kind of think of where you were when you were at that stage. Think of where you were when you were in that part of your own ascension, your own awareness, your own awakening. And I feel that that is going to allow you, again, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse as you're challenging. There's definitely this need here to be compassionate towards others, having that compassion towards other people. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse with the Eight of Pentacles in the upright, and then we have the Spirit of Swords. Again, you don't have to go into an energy where you're judging or you're trying to put others down, because sooner or later people will realize the truth. When your energy or everything of you is focused on tearing someone down, then that is what you're going to be reaping in your own life. So there's definitely this change of heart, knowing again that yes, you can achieve your goals, you can achieve your dreams without having to forcefully try to take someone else down. or judge someone because they're failing to see something or they're failing to realize something as quickly as you did. As your advice, we have the Seven of Swords. Keep your mouth in check, guys. And I know that that sounds kind of like the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, but and then the Lovers, as you advise. You need to keep your mouth in check. I feel like your mouth gets you in a lot of trouble. What it is that you are saying, what it is that you're trying to speak. I feel that there's definitely this power struggle here with wanting to speak something over someone else's life. And I do feel that a lot of you are definitely coming from a space of wanting to help someone. But again, if this person or these individuals are not ready for the help, you can't force them. You can't force them to go through a growth that they are not ready to experience, because you can actually do more harm than good. If their psyche, if their mental is not ready to receive something, then you can actually push this person over the edge. And trust me, you don't want that on your hands. So let's go ahead and see what is your outcome. We have the Moon as your first card. We have the Five of Pentacles. And then we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This is definitely going to have to, you're walking away. You're coming out at the end, walking away from a certain belief system that you need to save everyone. That is going to be very hard for you guys, because I do feel that you guys really want to help others. Even if you're feeling like your judgment is more of constructive criticism, still there is this energy that is being released that unless somebody comes and asks you to criticize them, unless somebody comes and asks you to, criticize their work or judge them on something, then it is not up to you to do so. That is definitely being revealed to you guys. Some of you are going to have a very hard time, because then you're going to be careful that you don't go into that energy of like, oh shoot, what does that mean? What am I reaping now? Again, what you guys are mainly reaping this week, Pisces, is definitely this awareness that you may have put your life on hold trying to help others. And the thing is, okay, we all want to help other people. That's in our nature. It is what it is. Different people have different motives. Some people want to do it because there's a financial gain. Some people want to do it because they generally do not want to see other people suffering the way that they did. Regardless of, let's say, what was behind of it, there's still this need of wanting to help people. But there is definitely at the end of these 4 days having that full understanding that you cannot help anyone that doesn't want to be helped. And that's going to be something hard for you to move forward with, because again, you feel that you're put here, or you were put here to help people. So it's like, how is it that I'm here? I was put here to help them, but they're not letting me help them. It's like, okay, now you have to wait until they're ready. And when they're ready to be helped, they'll come and ask for it. So now we're moving on over to Virgo. Virgo, we have the storm. Every hurricane comes to an end with double 4, number 44. So whatever it is that you have been experiencing within the last couple of weeks, just know that that is coming to an end. Again, the storm doesn't, depending on where it is or what it is that you do for a living or how it is that you help the collective, sometimes you have to go through the storm. You have to go through that healing process in order to be able to help others. Some of you Virgos, that has been exactly the case. For some of you, unfortunately, you were reaping rewards, or you were reaping that karma of something that you did to someone else. With your challenging energy, we have the Four of Swords, the Sorcerer, and then the Dreamer of Pentacles. Some of you definitely lost out on big opportunities, or lost some type of financial gain, or some type of financial mean that you're still hovering over, or that you do not want to release. What was lost has been lost. Release it, because what is coming in for you now is going to be greater than that you lost in the past. So stop trying to go back to something from the past that didn't plan out, whether it was a connection, whether it was a business deal, whatever it was, that needs to be released once and for all, Virgos. So let's go ahead and see, what is your advice, Virgos? We have the wisdom teacher. Some of you are definitely being asked with the Five of Swords in the reverse. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Some of you are going to have to literally search for advice or try and get wisdom when it comes to relieving or releasing that resentment energy. There is an energy here of something that should have occurred in a specific way, something that you were trying to manifest in a very specific way. And because it didn't manifest the way that you wanted to, you're holding on to that anger, you're holding on to that resentment that needs to be released. And it is okay that from time to time, we gravitate towards somebody that is going to call us out on our BS, because sometimes you need to hear the blunt truth. You effed up in a certain situation, and now you have to accept that and you have to release that. And it is what it is. There's no sugarcoating it. I feel, Virgos, that you need to serve. There's somebody, you're kind of like in your group or in your clique or whatever you want to call it. You're missing somebody that calls you out on your BS. With your outcome, we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Lord of Wands in the reverse, and then we have the Mat in the upright position. So there's definitely this space here where you are going to find that balance. Just be very careful that balance, you're finding it from a place that is pure and a place that that is true to you. I do feel that you have to watch out for who it is that you're getting advice, because I am picking up this type of trickery energy where somebody is trying to tell you that you weren't in the wrong, that somebody else was, and is not helping you kind of realize or take responsibilities for your own actions. So just kind of be careful with that. There is something that is definitely coming to my mind at this moment where a lot of people seem to believe that they are never toxic, or that they have never been toxic to somebody else. And that is not the truth. We all have light and dark. We all have our shadow side. So if you look at it from that perspective, there's definitely connections and relationships when you yourself have been the toxic one. And that is okay. What I'm trying to say is like, now that you are aware of that, then there are things that you can go ahead and do moving forward so that you don't fall back into those same energies. But definitely be very careful with those that are trying to downplay something that you did in the wrongdoing, because that is not going to help you. The only thing that is going to do is restart the cycle that you're trying to get out of. So just be careful with that. I do feel that this is definitely the week for you to get out of that energy, to get out of that cycle, but you have to make that choice to go ahead and release yourself from that. So now we're going to go ahead and we're moving on over to Aries. So Aries, what do we have for you? Aries. We have potion. Remember to practice self-love. Number 24. I feel that Aries this week is going to, well, at least between now and Thursday, you're kind of going to be like, it's like MIA, like where's Aries at? Has anybody seen Aries? Where's Aries at? Because you're doing whatever it is that, let's say, you have to do. So like if you have to go to work, you're going to go to work, you're going to do what you have to do. And then it's like you're secluding yourself. You're definitely being pulled into this energy of like really giving yourself or putting yourself in a position that you're going to be giving yourself that self-love, that self-attention. You've noticed, or you're noticing how it is that when you don't do that, then you start to crave it, or you start to seek it outside of yourself, but it never really lets you feel fulfilled. It kind of always leaves you in an energy where you're feeling that void, or you're feeling like you want more. Your challenging energy, we have the Spirit of Pentacles in the upright with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, right? And then we have the Innocent. It's like, okay, how do I move away from this energy or from this space where I want validations from others? How do I move from that? Very easy. You start to practice. Start to remember or remind yourself of who you truly are. And it's something that is definitely needed at this time. It's like, okay, when something is going bad, when something is not going your way, what are you doing? Are you running to somebody else to immediately try and bring clarity to your situation? Or are you taking that time to go inward with yourself to see why it is that you continue to manifest the things that you do not want? And it's like there's definitely here a chance for you guys to take that leap of faith, to take that leap in a different direction. But again, they're not wanting to let go of a certain behavior. And I feel that that kind of energy where you're looking for validations you hold or is keeping you trapped. What is your advice? We have the 7 of Cups in the reverse, the 6 of Cups in the reverse, and then the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Some of you are in this space that if you give yourself that self-love, if you validate yourself, right, then you're kind of wondering or thinking, are people going to think that I'm full of myself? Are people going to think that I'm too much into myself? Because I'm practicing this self-love, I'm practicing this self-worth type of thing. And it's, again, this has nothing to do with anybody outside of you. Who cares what anyone else is thinking? This is your life. This is how is it that you want to live your life? Do you want to continue staying in an energy where you have to get a compliment from someone else in order to feel beautiful? Do you want to stay in a space where you're not taking any actions towards your goals or towards the things that you want to manifest until somebody comes up to you and tells you, oh yeah, Aries, you got this? No, Aries, you wake up every single morning and you tell yourself, I got this. And then you get your ass to work on what it is that you're trying to manifest. I feel intensity-wise, this is definitely going to be a trip for you guys for the next few days, Aries. It's like I can picture you guys like going back and forth, like, no, I got this. No. Should I call? No. It's like, no, you don't need to call anybody. If you feel that you're being led to do something, Aries, then go ahead and do it. You don't need anyone to validate what it is that you're trying to do. You don't need anyone to validate you as a person. You don't need anybody to validate your gifts, Aries. So what is the outcome for this? We have the Dreamer of Swords. Yes, finally getting, the Priestess of Dreams and the Wise Fox. Finally getting to that space, Aries, where you're taking those risks, you're following your intuition, and you're saying F this to anyone or anything that doesn't believe in what it is that you're trying to do, what it is that you're trying to build. Because again, that has been the energy that has kept you stuck. That has been the energy, whether it is a business that you started, whether it's your career, your finances, there's been this stagnant energy because again, you were waiting on validation from someone outside of you, and you're finally freeing yourself from this during the next few days, and that is beautiful, guys. So let's go ahead and see. We have Libra 3705. I'm just writing down the time, guys. Libra. Now, if you guys want, at the end when I am done, I can pull out a card, an advice card for you guys. Just know that once I call it, if you guys don't do it right away, I just go ahead and I log off. I don't stay around waiting. So Libra, what is your card, Libra? So set your intentions now so that you can be ready. So Libra, we have the number 6, dragons, slay them all. Now, some of these dragons are literally fears within yourself, insecurities within yourself, insecurity within your own abilities. Some of these are definitely having to stand up to people that are constantly trying to use you is what I'm picking up. People that are constantly asking of you, but are never giving, right? These are people that they only kind of look for you when they need something from you. So this can be somebody that you haven't spoken to in months, and now all of a sudden they need a favor from you, so they're reaching out. There's definitely these boundaries that you guys need to set, that is going to become very clear for you guys how it is that you have to set these boundaries with these individuals, Libra. So we have the 2 of Wands in the reverse, the Lord of Cups in the reverse, and then the Sorcerer in the reverse. You're definitely have always been, this is your challenging energy. You feel that if you don't give into these people, the demands, if you don't give into these people, then it's like you don't have anybody around you. Now, my question to you, Libra, is why do you feel that in order to be loved, or in order to have people around you, you have to put yourself in a position where all you do is giving and you're never receiving? Why is it that you feel that you don't deserve to receive? Because when you deplete yourself so badly for others, right? And you're just giving and giving and giving and never receiving, or never allowing yourself to be in a position of receiving, is because somewhere down the line, whether when you were a child or a teenager or whatever, you were either told by either a parent or a family member or somebody that you weren't worth something, that you weren't worth receiving. There would just definitely hear a dialogue that needs to be broken down. With your advice, hold on, guys, because all the cards fell, right? We have all these cards that fell. That one was upside down. So we have this. Which one came out first? The Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, and then we have the Spirit of Pentacles in the reverse as your advice card. So there's definitely a need here. Whatever dialogue was given to you in the past, whoever it was that planted that seed of doubt in you, that needs to be released. You need to realize that this person spoke out of their own fears. This person spoke out of their own feelings for themselves. It has nothing to do with you. And you have to accept that, because I feel that this little seed that was planted in you so long ago is what has not allowed you to move forward, is what has always kept you in a space where you feel that you have to constantly sacrifice, that you constantly have to give and never receive. What is your outcome? We have the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and then the Spirit of Swords. Some of you, in order to get your next moment of clarity, right? Your next set of instructions, let's put it this way, from Spirit, there is definitely this release of, it is okay for the people that are going to be removed out of my life. It is okay for those that are going to walk away when I set those boundaries. Because unfortunately, when you go ahead and you stand in your truth, you stand in your power and your authority, people are walking away. And that is where you are being asked to trust, to have faith, that is for a reason and it's going to be revealed to you. Do not resist those that are trying to walk away from you. Do not resist if you're truly done with the current cycle that you're in. So Sagittarius, what do we have for Sag? Sagittarius. Homeward, take yourself out on a date, number 42. That's beautiful, Sag. This week, at least for the next 4 days, there's definitely this kind of like peaceful serenity energy that you guys may be in. You're kind of like secluding yourself from the world, but it's not out of fear or out of hiding. It is about, you guys maybe are for the first time learning to enjoy your own company, learning to enjoy that time you spend with yourself, learning about yourself, learning about your gifts and things like that. So there's definitely this serenity energy that you guys are experiencing. What is the challenge when it comes to that? I feel that the Lord of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the Nine of Wands came out again. There's definitely this energy of when you're in this energy of like peace or serenity, I feel that a lot of people are reaching out. A lot of people want your attention. A lot of people want your advice. And you're kind of like in this space where you know that you've been led to spend this time with yourself. There's some type of advice that you have to give yourself. Let's put it this way. So others may be interpreting you're taking yourself out on a day. You're taking that day for yourself, right? They might be interpreting that as if you're either upset with them or you're being like somebody's going to call you. I'll be like, oh, Sag, you're being selfish because I was texting you because I was having a hard day and you didn't answer my text. You didn't answer my call. And Sag is just like, okay, if that's what you think, that you have the right to think that, you have the right to have that opinion. But it's like, again, you are okay with other people getting upset if you're not available on demand. It's like whoever this person is somebody that, again, it's like they've always had full access to you. It's like you've always been like on demand, like Sag, and you're there. And for some reason, it's like you're being pulled away. And it's not just about this person. This is just kind of like this is just you going into that space where you're just at peace, like you're at serenity or whatever it is, where you just literally genuinely want to spend time with yourself and you are okay with that. And again, and I don't feel that it's going to be like the whole 4 days, but there's going to be one of these days where you're just kind of like led to just turn off your phone, log off everything, and just kind of be like, just want to spend time with myself. And it's going to feel amazing, but other people are going to be upset about it, to be honest with you. This is something definitely with this advice, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse, the Innocent, and then the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is definitely moving you into this, moving you away from that codependency energies, from those energies where you had to always be available for others. It's about realizing that if people do not respect the time that you want to spend by yourself, or the time that you want to spend when it comes to, you know, to healing or releasing or just literally just enjoying your own damn time, then maybe it is time to walk away from these individuals, or maybe it is time to start setting those boundaries that maybe you were hesitant to do so in the past. There's definitely a leap here that is being taken, where people are definitely being cut off. People are being cut off of your space. People are being cut off of your energy. And it is about time. With the moon, with the Spirit of Wands, and then the Seven of Wands. For some of you, it's not going to be revealed to you right away why these people are being removed, or why you're being asked to remove yourself from these people. But it's like, just know that in a couple of weeks, something drastic is going to happen in these people's life that is going to show you as to why you had to step back, or as to why you had to kind of set those boundaries, because whatever it is that is coming for them, karma wise, is something that you are not to partake in. It is something that this is not your doing. So this is not something for you to take on, because I do feel, Sagittarius, in the past, by trying to help others, you would take on their karma when it was time for them to repay something that they had done. Now, when it comes to receiving, I'm talking about more of like, these individuals somehow energetically knew that if they gravitated towards you, you will help them pay off their karma. But it's like you were not aware of how that was transpiring or how that was happening. But now it's like when you're being asked to pull away, you're pulling away. And then it's like in a couple of weeks, you're going to see, or you're going to realize why it was that you were asked to pull away from certain people, because of the things that are going to transpire in their own life. So we're going to go ahead and we're moving on over to Gemini. So Gemini, what is the card for Gemini? You wanted to jump out, so I'm going to take you. Number 8. You never needed those wings to fly. This is definitely, I feel, that has a lot to do with there was something that you were told, or some type of belief system that you felt that you were never going to get anywhere without this or without this person. This could be somebody that either manipulated you with your emotions, like, oh, you're never going to achieve anything if I'm not in your life, or you're never going to achieve anything because of what happened. Like, you've been broken since you were a child. Like, this is somebody definitely that I feel that played your own wounds and your own pain against you. And somewhere down the line, you started to believe their lies, and you started to believe the harsh things that they were saying, not realizing that you yourself had the power to release that pain. You yourself had that power to release that childhood trauma. And now it's like that is being shown to you that, yeah, you don't have to continue on living out what that person spoke over your life. Your challenging energy, we have the Two of Wands with the Two of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Your challenge for the next 4 days, Gemini, is definitely going to be that dialogue in your mind. That when you're in a space of believing in yourself again, believing in your dreams, believing in just your own abilities and things like that, this person's is like their little voice is like you can hear it in your head, like, oh, you're never going to amount to anything. You're never, and it's like you need to put boundaries, and you need to set this energy out of your thoughts. And whether it is that you have to do mantras, whether it is that you have to go into prayer, whether it is that you have to go into meditation, whatever it is for you, for yourself, to release this energy completely, that needs to be released. Again, for some of you, it's hard to release it because this can be a parent figure, this can be a family member, this can be somebody that you really hold dear. And because of that authority type of energy is what has in the past has not allowed you to release the negative things that they spoke over your life. But the only reason why those things manifested was because you yourself allow yourself to receive them. So we have, as you advise, the Dreamer of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands. And then we have the Two of Cups. You're no longer, you have to realize, right? When you were led to go into healing, when you were led into releasing, right? You decided to take the power back to your life. You decided to take the authority over your life. What it was that you were going to go towards, what it was that you were going to manifest, and how it was that you were about, how it was that you're going to go about that, right? With the Eight of Pentacles is you have to realize that you're no longer that hurt little person, that hurt child, let's put it this way, whether you're a female or a male, you're no longer that broken person. You're no longer that person that is in a vulnerable space. You have to believe that the work that you have done within yourself, that balancing that masculine and feminine energy within yourself, that work has been done. And again, nobody outside of you can come towards you and tell you that it's not so. Look at where you were a year ago is what I'm seeing. Look at your life a year ago and look at yourself now. What has changed? And that's kind of like with this Five of Cups energy in the reverse as your outcome. It's like you have to see this. You have to see this for yourself. This is the Divine Tower in the reverse, and then the Five of Swords. There is definitely this energy that is trying to hold you back, right? These thought patterns that is trying to hold you back because like it senses that you're at that breaking point where you're not going back to that energy. You're not going back to allowing whatever somebody dictated about your life to stay true. You're not allowing yourself to continue on living your life that way. And it's like, it's definitely this battle within your own mind that is taking place this week. But it's like, I do see you guys being successful. It is about you, whatever it is. Hey, that's one of the dogs trying to get in. Whatever it is that you're trying, that is trying to be revealed to you as to how to achieve this is going to be something new. It's going to be something that maybe you normally do not do. Maybe you're normally not into mantras. Maybe you're not normally into like listening to songs or whatever it is. So it's definitely coming in the sense of something new. There's something new for you to try that is going to give you that moment of clarity as to how not to go back into those energies. So now we're moving ahead to Scorpio. So, what it is, not anything. Okay. So Scorpios, what is your energy, Scorpios? So we have the Witch. Justice is coming, number 27. So there's definitely justice being served in a situation. Again, whether that justice is coming in as a form of you having to pay something back in karma or you receiving something is going to be based on what energy you have put out there. Why is this a challenging energy? The Dreamer of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and then the Dreamer Carrier. Again, there was something that you were either denying to yourself or something that you're denying to yourself. There is definitely this space here of having a lot of either love for someone or for something, like whether it is, your abilities or your gifts or whatever it is, but suppressing it or pushing it back, whether this is having a lot of love for somebody and suppressing and pushing that love down. It's like now you're seeing or you're realizing that suppressing that or holding yourself from going after that is what has allowed things to transpire the way that they are. Some of you are definitely fearful of the karma that you are reaping, or that you are about to reap, because you know that you did somebody wrong. For some of you, you're definitely in this space where those of you that have gone into that space of healing yourself and growing through the process, right? You're here no longer wanting to put your life, no longer wanting to put your dreams on hold, and wanting to move past that stagnant energy. So we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. We have the Dreamer of Pentacles, and then the Two of Wands. Regardless of which end of things you are on, right? Whether you're receiving or something is being taken, right? There's definitely an acceptance here. If something is being taken, if you're having to pay back for something that you did in the past, then take this opportunity, take this chance to learn your lesson, right? So that moving forward, you don't go ahead and do the same things. If you're in the space of receiving, again, it's like whatever. Some of you are still holding on to karma that you feel that you haven't paid back. And I feel that that's where the little bit of the fear is coming in, and you don't want to allow that karma to come in. And it's like, in order for you to get past this energy, in order to get into a space or an energy of receiving, you have to pay what it is that you owe. Whether if it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, there's definitely the space where you need to pay up what you owe energetically, let's put it this way, in order to balance out the scale. As your outcome, we have the Dream Angel, the Master of Secrets, and then the Lady of Wands. Until you don't allow yourself to pay up, and that's exactly how it's coming up. Pay up, allow yourself to pay up. And this can be, it doesn't have to necessarily mean that you're going to lose everything, guys. This can be so simple as like just a way of thinking, or just apologizing to someone or something like that. But until you don't do that, you're not going to see a way out of your current situation. Some of you have to go ahead and ask someone for forgiveness. Some of you went after someone and you were told prior to doing so not to do it, and you went ahead and you did it anyways. And now it's like you're being asked to ask for forgiveness, guys. So we have Cancer, 56, 52. The dogs are getting impatient. They want to be with mommy. Cancer, give me one card for Cancer. Princess, you can be your own knight. Number one. You can fight your own battles, excuse me, Cancer. There's definitely this reawakening. I don't think that this is the first time that you realize this, Cancer. I feel that somewhere in the mist, in the past 6 months or something, something made you doubt yourself. Something made you doubt your own strength from within, your own will to move forward. And this is something that is being kind of like reactivated in you during this time, that you can fight any battles that are coming your way. Not all battles are going to be fought the same way. That is definitely something that is coming in. Not every battle is going to require you to get into a space where you're hurting someone. We have the Lady of Swords, the Serpiente Sol in the reverse, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. There's definitely this energy of coming out of that energy of like feeling left out. Some of you may have felt in certain connections, either with an ex or with your friends or your family, that you're always being left out. There's definitely a way of looking at this from a different perspective. Maybe the reason why you you weren't included in certain things is because energetically or frequency wise, you weren't a match. Let's put it this way. You were no longer into that partying or drinking or that energy of just wanting to sit down and gossip. Like, again, be grateful for the places and the things that you were not invited to, because who knows if those moments or those places that where people were, let's say, going after other people could have brought you back or could have gotten you even more stuck. There's something here that is being revealed to you as to why you were not a part of something, or as to why. And right over the Lady of Swords, we have the Lord of Swords, the Priestess of Dream, as to why it was. And then we have the Ten of Swords, as you advise. Again, not everything that everybody is doing, let's put it this way, are you to be a part of, right? You have to start being very selective when it comes to the people that you are spending your time with the people that you are spending your energy with the people that you are sharing your life with. Because again, you had a tendency in the past to gravitate towards people that made you feel less than, that excluded you out of things purposely to make you feel like you were not worth anything. So there's definitely a revelation of that, an understanding of that, and a knowing that you don't want to be in connections or in relationships that is the main focus, right? That manipulating type of energy. As your outcome, we have the Lady of Wands. Again, there's definitely the Four of Pentacles, and then we have the Sun. So there's definitely this space of going back to self, knowing that, yes, regardless of, regardless of what others are doing, I always have to stand in my truth. I have to stand in who I am. I need to stop wanting to be included in things that I know do not sit right with my spirit. I know do not sit right with me. If I have to, if in order to be part of something, I have to change part of myself, or I have to deny a part of myself, then that's really not the energy that I want to be in anyways. And that's probably the reason why you weren't included in certain things, because they knew that you weren't going to be bent over, you weren't going to bend over or denied a part of yourself. It's like whether it was you had to deny part of your spirituality or part of your sexuality. It's like, well, none of my friends are gay, so you're gay, so you can't come. None of my friends are bisexual, so you're bisexual, so you can't come. None of my friends are into tarot, you're into tarot, so you can't come. It is that type of energy. Like whenever anybody is, in order to be a part of something, you have to deny a part of yourself. And it's like you're realizing that it was definitely for the best that you were removed from those type of situations. Now we're moving on over to Leo. We're definitely moving into that. Making sure I just have the correct time. So Leo, your card is the number 13, the Lioness. You've earned all of your stripes. You definitely have to take these next 4 days anyways, Leo, where you are celebrating yourself, you're celebrating your accomplishments, and you're not allowing anyone or anything outside of you to come and take this away from you. Whatever it is that you are reaping during this, the next 4 days, Leo, just know that you've worked for it, regardless of whether other people see it. You worked for this. You were in that battlefield for a very long time. We have the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Six of Cups in the reverse. You were there. Your emotions were all over the place. You were trying to figure out a way out. You were trying to figure a way out of a certain situation, a difficult situation. Maybe it was that you were trying to move out on your own. Maybe you were trying to move away from, the town, the city where you lived. You wanted to change. And again, there was this kind of energy where you kept on telling yourself, like, you kept on repeating what was happening. So because you kept on repeating what was happening in your thoughts and verbally what you were saying, then you were kind of keeping yourself in that loop without realizing it. And for some reason, the light is not even facing me. It's like it's bothering my eyes at this moment. But there's definitely this space here of like realizing that if you want things to change, the first thing is like your thoughts. Where are your thoughts at this moment? We have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse, and then we have the 8 of Swords. So definitely realizing or recognizing how it is that your thoughts, in a sense, are kind of like the foundation to the things that you are manifesting, are is really, yes, it is attached to your emotions, and it is attached to, you know, the vibrations and everything else, but everything starts at your thoughts. Everything starts with what it is that you are thinking, with what it is that you actually believe. And there is definitely a breaking down of whatever it was that was not allowing you to see that clearly, or not accept it clearly, let's put it that way. What is the outcome for Leo? So we have the Moon Chariot in the reverse, the Spirit of Wands in the reverse, and then the Three of Swords in the reverse. There's where maybe in the past you may have felt that you were disconnected, like spirit wasn't listening to you, the universe was ignoring you, like everything was against you, and you need to realize that that is not true, right? You're only disconnected if you choose to be. So if you want to regain that connection to spirit, if you want to regain that connection to the universe, to the world, then what are you waiting for? All you have to do is speak it out, because the only disconnect that you're feeling is because you yourself have pulled yourself away from it. You yourself stopped doing whatever it was that allowed you to feel connected. For some of you, it could be simply as, you know, working out, doing some yoga, just spending time out in nature. There's definitely a sense this week of wanting to go back towards that, because that is what has allowed you to get to where you are right now. It's what has allowed you to grow through all the challenges and all the chaos that was around you recently. So now we're going to go ahead and move on over to, last but not least, Taurus. Again, guys, if you want me to pull out a card for you, just go ahead and put it in the live chat and I'll pull out a card. So Taurus, the Tower, number 3. Unplug and relax. And this is, I love the Tower in this card because it's not about, again, any chaos or anything outside of you. This is about you taking that time. There's a choice, there's a decision that needs to be made here. And in order for you to make the best choice or the best decision for yourself, you are going to have to unplug and kind of just relax. At the moment, because of the choices or what is available, the opportunities that may be available for you during the next 4 days, Taurus, the intensity may come just from that, having too many choices. So definitely needing to get your physical body anyways kind of like settled in, so that you're able to see the bigger picture. You're able to see things from a different perspective. Excuse me, I could have sworn that phone was on Do Not Disturb. But there's definitely this space where you have to kind of allow everything again to kind of like settle down in order for you to see clearly, in order for you to go ahead and make the decision that is needed. Like not the correct decision, it is what is the best decision at this moment. So what is the challenging energy with that? We have the Lady of Cups in the reverse, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, and then the Six of Swords in the reverse. Again, there's this energy or this space where you may feel that you're kind of doing like a pro and cons list. Well, if I go with this, I lose this. If I go with this, I lose that. And it's like, okay, don't look at it so much from that perspective. Yes, there's something to gain and lose in every situation. But if you really allow your intuition to take the lead, then it's going to take you to that space or to that opportunity or chance that is going to allow you to grow and evolve in a better way or in a faster way, in a more expansive way. However, I don't know why that word is trying to come in, but this is definitely that energy that I was talking about. I think it was last week, where you have to merge your spirituality with your kind of day to day. So yes, even though there's a logical approach to take on the choices or the opportunities that are in front of you, you also have to allow your intuition to play a part of this. So let's go ahead and see What is the advice? The Four of Swords, the Lovers, the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So for some of you, this hesitation or this why you're being asked to kind of like unplug or take some time to really think about this is because of who it is that you're being asked to leave behind. There's somebody that you're walking away. There's a connection here that you wanted to mend. Doesn't necessarily have to be love. This can be between sisters, between brother and brother, between brother and sister. This can be family. But this is somebody definitely that you wanted to walk. You wanted them to walk this part of your path or this part of your life with you. But regardless of whichever door you choose to open, this person is not coming through with you. And it's not for any other reason than this person have not prepared themselves to walk through that door. So regardless of how much, like whatever scenario you try to look at, in none of the scenarios, this person is going with you. And that is something that, and it doesn't mean that the person is going to leave and you're never going to see them again. It's just, there's going to be certain boundaries or there's certain rewards or certain things that you're receiving that this person is not going to be allowed to partake in. Let's put it that way. So we have here the Divine Tower in the reverse with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're definitely moving away from that energy where you're feeling at a loss or you're feeling like there's definitely like this damn energy, like damn, like I really wanted them to come with me. But there's also this understanding or this realizing of why it was that this person couldn't walk with you or can't walk with you moving forward, as to why it is that these rewards or these gifts, this miracle that is coming in towards your life, this person can partake. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the simple fact that when this person was given the same opportunity you were given, when this person had the choices that you had to go ahead and follow their own path, they chose not to. They were too comfortable where they were, and following their path or going on this journey just seemed a little bit too complicated or just seemed too much work. And therefore they forfeit the rewards, the things that are coming in at this moment for you, Leo. And you have to accept that. So just go ahead, take your time and allow that clarity to come in. Because some of you are, if you don't make a choice is going to be made for you. And every time that a choice is made for us, it definitely gets us in a space or in an energy where things are a little bit more complicated or a little bit more confusing, or that intense energy is felt a little harder. So if nobody wants me to pull out a card for them, then that is all that I have for you at this moment. Thank you for spending this time with me. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for all of those that have been donating to the channel. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye. And end it.